Hey everybody, how's it going? It is SirGrammar here again with something a little bit different. Now, if you're wondering, these are just my characters of World of Warcraft on the Proudmoore server. Here's McSneaky, Lamau, and Glibby Smob, the one and only. But why am I showing you these guys? There's a reason. Well, let me go back to my main character. Of course, my name, SER, because SIR was taken. This is going to be a tutorial, cutting out the loading screen, of course. This is going to be a tutorial on how to fix your movement in World of Warcraft, because, as you see, I'm just going to run over to some training dummies, and I still don't know why, only when I record stuff, my bear just disappears. I ride on my mount, it's just my bear. Always disappears. I don't know why. My glorious bear vanishes whenever I want to use him. See, look, it's fine. I tried my dragon. Still vanishes. So, I don't know why. It's like when I just load in, and I'm doing this at the same time, maybe it's something weird. Stuff hasn't fully rendered in either, so I'm going to talk about what I'm doing before the training dummies render in. Now, what is this all about? Well, this is about how to improve your movement. Now, if you are using, you probably are using WASD as you're supposed to do in most games, right? Here, I'm going to do a demonstration as I just kind of, stand around and develop a few glory shots of my orcish shaman right here. But you're usually, game kind of froze right there. Just give it a second. Yeah, that's when everything loaded in. But yeah, I'm doing this mostly, this is post commentary, but this is mostly uncut. Like, I didn't want to make it feel more casual. So yeah, if you're in World of Warcraft, you're probably using WASD, right, for your movement. Here I'm actually about to cut the video because something went wrong. But you're probably using WASD like you would in a lot of games, right? Here I'm going to demonstrate what that would look like. Now, say this thing is the boss. Before I get into that, say this blue wizard here is the boss. Well, there's me, I'm not sure why I turned. Say that blue thing is the boss right there. I really wish I didn't have Vivienne here because she makes things pretty annoying. But just say that blue training dummy's the boss. And you're hurting the boss, right? With some lightning bolts and stuff. Like this. Yeah, I really wish Vivienne wasn't here doing Blizzard. But, and say the boss, your DPS in the boss, right? But say the boss jumped around, like jumped or charged, as it does in Heimdall or Blackrock Foundry. You know how it works in these new ones. But say he's over here. I'm actually going to mark where he might be, like where I'm putting down this blue circle. There. Just say the boss is there now. How are you going to turn around and get to him? Are you going to do this when you use your A or S key and flip around like that? Let me just demonstrate what that looks like again without me moving the camera. You're going to move around like that. Are you really? Like, that looks okay. If you're not completely if you're someone who just does dungeons, maybe some LFR, you can get away with doing that. But in a raid setting, like what I do normal heroic raids. You cannot get away with doing that. That is flat out unacceptable. So how do you fix that? There is so much more you could do, because doing that is an eternity. That whole time, you're not casting, you're not dealing any damage, you're not in melee range, because you're turning. So that whole time, you're doing nothing. So how do you fix that? Because you're missing out on a lot of damage if you do that. Here, as you see, unbind your WASD first. Unbind them. Don't even use them. I put W, S, A, and D to do their own things. As you see right there, I was just strafing, which is what I said A and D to do rather than turn. I set them to strafe. You're like, why would you unbind W, A, S, and D? Those are your movement keys, man. Well, see how your mouse moves your screen and moves your character, right? But if you click both your mouse buttons, look what you do. I'm about to do it right here. Click both of your mouse buttons down and just move the mouse around. It runs for you like that. Look at how fast you turn. It's incredible. It's both, first of all, it's incredible how much more effective it is, but it's also incredible how much people don't do this. If you want to be a good WoW player, be the guy that does this. Be the guy who's faster. Look at these supplies. I'm so good. Loving garrison resources. But be that guy that is able to turn around so quickly, do what he needs to do. Don't be that guy who's just using his keyboard to turn. You're called a keyboard turner, and people look down on you. So if you're applying for something like a guild, here's me just looking at the map for some reason, but if you're applying for a guild, and they see you do this, instant deny. I've learned from experience, you will get instantly denied if you do this. So I'm here to help you, not make you feel bad. So what I did is, as you see here, for me, W is Wind Shear, which is my interrupting spell. So if something needs interrupting, I said W, and it's interrupted. If I hit S, I use Unleash Flame, which makes my fire spells deal more damage. Because I'm a shaman, do a bit of fire, bit of water, bit of air, bit of earth. And my A and D I use for strafing, which I very rarely use, but look how fast you can turn with the mouse. Like, you can make it to the point where it's nauseating, like this. Compare that to doing like a 360 or whatever, doing this with WASD. And use it to the mouse where you can do like probably 10 times as many 360s as the time it takes you to do one. Just do what I did, unbind your keys is this first step. Going cold turkey is actually much better for you right here because it forces you to learn. I forced myself to do this, and I'm glad I forced myself to do this because it paid off. It really pays off. This is just showing you how to do it. Go into your movement keys. See where it says arrow keys? Because those are your secondary. Those became primary because I just took them off. I don't even use them. You just can't. I'm sorry if this makes... It seems like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but it's so important. You can't. So, use your mouse. Get comfortable with that. And if you're able to just do that, you're going to see me here traveling even in the world, not just during really epic fights or whatever. You can do this in the world. Well, first off, I'm in combat because Vivianne's being annoying. I'm going to go off into the beautiful world of Frostfire Ridge and just demonstrate what running around on the mouse feels like. It's not that different once you get used to it. It feels a lot better because gliding around to look around rather than stop. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I'm not going to get that joke. Where you stop, click around to look, and then go. You can just do it on the fly here. Gotta see, I don't know, I'm standing around a lot in this video, jeez. Yeah, it says I'm in combat, so we're gonna go out into the beautiful world of Frostfire Ridge, this new expansion. I just love it because the sights you can see are pretty awesome. Here's the snowy zone, my garrison, me using the glider just to get away. And I'm gonna show you what using the mouse just feels like out in the world, just casually. Because I know a very small percentage of people even do normal, heroic, or mythic rating. So, here's what it would feel like. You see, it doesn't look all that different than what you would do, but look how much smoother the turning looks. Because the mouse is... I like to think that the mouse is how this game was meant to be played. And I kind of stand strongly by that. That the mouse is how this game was just meant to be played, and how you really should experience it. Here's just some glory shots of my bear. And there's really not much more I have to say. If you want some more tips, tutorials, how-tos, how to get better at, just any of those, whatever, if you stuck around this long anyway, just tell me, comment here below, tell me, leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you want. And I'll bring you some more stuff after I show you my homeboy Grondo over here. And with that, I leave all of you. I'm out. And so is Grondo. Look at him. Look at Grondo. He's gonna pick his ear. Look at him. Oh, he's so majestic. Oh, Grondo. Oh, Grondo.